Torrential rains triggered mudslides and flash floods in highlands of Sri Lanka, killing at least 7 people and injuring several others. In India too, the states of Assam and Kerala and the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, they continue to battle devastating floods. According to official data, more than 100 people have lost their lives in India due to monsoon floods since July. Scientists say climate change is making monsoon increasingly deadly across the Indian subcontinent. Hello and welcome to another edition of Inside South Asia. I'm Kripa. Let's get started. He had built a career around surviving the world's deadliest mountains. This time, the mountain had written a different story. British Nepali climber Nirmal Purja, or Neemstai, one of the most recognized names in modern mountaineering, has been recovered from Broad Peak, located in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, days after a deadly avalanche wiped out his expedition team of 10. This is the story of Nirmal Purja.
For 3 days, hope lingered on Broad Peak. A tracker attached to Nirmal Purja briefly showed movement. Friends, fellow climbers and rescuers clung to the possibility that he was still alive. But on Sunday, those hopes were dashed. Rescuers, while battling tough conditions themselves, recovered Purja's body from nearly 5,700 meters on Broad Peak, located in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. His body was recovered alongside Chinese climber Wong Chong and Nepali guides Nima Sherpa and Kili Pemba Sherpa.
ड्रोन से इसको जब सर्वे किया गया, उस पर रेकी की गई, तो वहाँ ये हैंगिंग वन रोप्स के अंदर नजर आए.
When our drones carried out aerial surveys and reconnaissance, they detected climbers hanging from the ropes. 4 bodies were visible at that location. Our ground team then reached the site and recovered them.
नीचे जहाँ हमारा हेली आ सकता है, वहाँ तक इनको नीचे लाया जाए और उसके बाद इनको स्कर्दू में लाए जाएंगे.
The avalanche struck a 10-member multinational expedition attempting to summit the 8,051-meter peak, the world's 12th highest mountain. All 10 climbers were confirmed dead, including 6 Nepalese mountaineers. It wiped out one of the most accomplished generations of high-altitude heroes the country has produced. Experts say Nepal has rarely suffered such a concentrated loss of internationally recognized and highly accomplished climbers in a single mountain disaster.
Three mountain dons, Tolagri, Annapurna Katanjanga. Now 3 more to go.
Born in Nepal's Myagdi district, Nirmal Purja left the British Gurkhas and the UK Special Boat Service to pursue mountaineering full-time.
He had a stubborn nature. He would accomplish whatever he wanted or desired. Whatever he thought of doing, no one could have changed his mind, and he would accomplish it by any means. If I asked him not to go down or climb the slope, he would definitely get across or climb up.
Purja's final expedition reflected the ambition that had defined his career. Just days before they climbed, the 43-year-old mountaineer wrote that He was closing in on becoming the first person to summit all 14 mountains above 8,000 meters twice without supplemental oxygen. In 2019, he climbed all 14 8,000ers in 6 months and 6 days.
5 of us, all the Nepalese mountaineers, made it to the summit. And we made it not only for us, we made it for everybody.
Reducing the previous record by nearly 8 years. He later joined the first all-Nepali team to complete the historic winter ascent of K2 and became one of the sport's most recognizable expedition leaders. The achievement was captured in a critically acclaimed documentary titled 14 Peaks, Nothing is Impossible, and helped bring unprecedented global attention to Nepali climbers. And do you know, this famous picture was clicked by Purja in 2019 during a brief weather window on Everest. Purja photographed a long queue of climbers waiting near the summit. The image traveled worldwide and reignited debates about overcrowding on the world's highest peak.
For bigger mission like this, you need a purpose to make it happen. If there was a selfish goal, I don't think we would have been successful. We all united together for the common goal to make this K2 winter happen, and that's why it was successful.
Tributes have poured in from across the world, including from Prince William. In Nepal, students gathered at the school where Purja studied to light candles and remember him.
I have a memory of him studying at my school. I remember him as a student who was honest, dedicated and hardworking.
Purja will be remembered for redefining human endurance. At the same time, the tragedy serves as a powerful reminder that no amount of experience can eliminate the unpredictable dangers of the high mountains.
In a historic step, India and China have revived one of the oldest trading corridors along the ancient Silk Route. Border trade through the Nathu-La in East Sikkim resumed on August 1 after remaining suspended for 6 years. The reopening marks a cautious but positive step in bilateral engagement between the two neighbors, even as both sides continue to maintain heightened vigilance along their disputed Himalayan frontier. Our next report tells you more.
Breathtaking views of the majestic Himalayas and now a chance to witness history. This is the Nathu-La in Sikkim, which is once again seeing the movement of traders and goods. 6 years after heightened military tensions and the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic shut the corridor, India and China have formally reopened the Nathu-La for seasonal trade. The route, located at an altitude of 4,302 meters in the Dongkya range of the Himalayas, has long served as a vital commercial and cultural link between India and Tibet. Border trade through Nathu-La was first formally revived in July 2006, after remaining shut for 44 years following the 1962 India-China War. A formal reopening ceremony was held at Zero Point in East Sikkim with officials from both India and China, including representatives of the Sikkim government and the centre meeting Chinese counterparts. It is expected to inject fresh momentum into the local economy by generating business for registered traders, transport operators and other stakeholders dependent on border trade.
Once the Nathu-La trade route resumes, it will support Sikkim's economy and support the upcoming entrepreneurs and businessmen in the future.
Under mutually agreed standard operating procedures, trade will continue during the trading season from May to November and will operate from Monday to Thursday. The two sides will follow the current list of 36 approved commodities allowed for cross-border exchange. Local traders who have endured years of financial hardship during the suspension welcomed the decision as a lifeline for their livelihoods. Although up to 400 traders can receive permits during the season, officials said only a limited number of clearances have been issued so far. More applications are expected to be processed after verification by local authorities.
हम लोग बहुत खुश हैं ये हम लोग अपने मुख्यमंत्री श्री
We are very happy. We thank our Chief Minister, Prem Singh Tamang. His efforts made this resumption possible. The products and raw materials of some the traders were stuck on the other side for so long. So, this is a very special day and we are all very happy today.
समय है और सब सारे ट्रेडर्स खुश हैं
Ahead of the reopening, infrastructure at the Nathu-La integrated checkpost was refurbished after years of closure and harsh Himalayan weather. Security arrangements have also been strengthened, with the Indo-Tibetan Border Police increasing its deployment at the pass. The reopening of trade comes close on the heels of the return of the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra through Nathu-La. The Yatra was finally revived after a 5-year pause caused by the COVID-19 pandemic and border tensions. Together, the resumption of trade and pilgrimage points to a gradual return of cross-border exchanges. Today, Nathu-La is more than just a mountain pass. While the reopening holds economic and symbolic importance, security arrangements and operational readiness along the line of actual control remain firmly in place, as India and China take small steps towards limited economic engagement. Both sides continue to maintain close vigil along the disputed border.
Pakistan is staring down a perfect storm of crisis, from escalating protests in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir to a rapidly deteriorating security situation in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Pressure is mounting on the Shehbaz Sharif government. And with Pakistan's own interior minister warning that the country's governance system has collapsed, serious questions are now being raised about the direction in which the country is headed.
Pakistan's troubles are mounting on multiple fronts. Elections in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir have triggered severe civil unrest and a direct challenge to Islamabad's authority. Leading the anti-government protests is the Joint Awami Action Committee, or JAAC. A grassroots alliance of traders and civil society groups headed by activist Shaukat Nawaz Mir. The organization emerged in 2023 as the face of a growing protest movement against Islamabad's policies in the region. Its latest agitation centers around the reservation of 12 assembly seats for refugees, seats contested by candidates who reside outside Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Despite the unrest, Islamabad has pressed ahead with the elections in the region. On the 27th of July, 13 constituencies of Mirpur division in the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir went to polls. Pakistan's ruling PMLN secured 9 of the 13 seats contested in that phase. The second phase of polling concluded on the 2nd of August amid allegations of widespread rigging, low voter turnout, communications blackouts and heavy deployment of security personnel. Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz PMLN swept the second phase as well, winning 14 of the 18 declared seats. And now the final phase is scheduled for the 10th of August. It remains to be seen how the last phase will unfold. But the last two polls' results have definitely sent shockwaves across the region. India, Pakistan's neighbouring South Asian nation, has said the so-called local body elections in POK are a complete farce, and such hollow exercises cannot hide the reality. However, this is just one of the many challenges confronting Pakistan. The country is also going through a deeper security crisis. A suicide bomber has killed at least 17 people and wounded 34 others outside a police station in Pakistan's Swat Valley. The bombing happened on 2nd of August in Kabul, a town in the valley of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province near the border with Afghanistan.
My nephew, Fayaz Khan, and my cousin, Owais Khan, were both killed in yesterday's blast. They were on their way to the market to buy some things when the blast suddenly occurred, and both of them lost their lives. We appeal to the government to take effective measures to restore peace in the country.
Ironically, the blast occurred near hundreds of people who had gathered at a nearby intersection to demand government action against the region's escalating violence. It tore through the crowd as the final speaker was addressing the gathering, sending panicked residents fleeing the scene. The Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan claimed responsibility for the attack. Militancy has risen sharply in Pakistan's border areas in recent months, with the military and police frequently targeted. Islamabad accuses Kabul of supporting militants, an allegation the Afghan government denies. And along with the deepening security crisis, Pakistan is also at the verge of political fallout. Alleging a scam of massive proportions, Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi has publicly claimed that Pakistan's governance system has completely collapsed and is no longer capable of responding to the country's political and economic challenges.
I don't think there has ever been such a massive scam in the history of Pakistan, where judges, bureaucrats, politicians and bankers were all involved. For 21 years, bribes were paid and people kept taking it. We will go after each and every person responsible.
The remarks are particularly significant because Naqvi is widely seen as being close to Pakistan's army chief Asim Munir. His criticism has fueled speculation over the political future of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. It is to be noted that Pakistan's military has long remained the country's ultimate power center. Governments may change, but the army continues to wield decisive influence over the country's political landscape. With political unrest, militant violence and institutional uncertainty converging at the same time, Pakistan finds itself confronting one of its most challenging moments in recent years. The question now is whether Islamabad can contain these crises or whether they will deepen even further.
The future of the Commonwealth Games itself was uncertain just a couple of years back, but after the latest edition of the multi-sport event in Glasgow, the Games are alive and kicking. India gave a strong performance at Glasgow 2026, and the focus now shifts to the Indian city of Ahmedabad, where the centenary edition of the Games will take place in 2030. Take a look at this report.
The Commonwealth Games have come to a close in Glasgow, and India signed off with a strong display in the Scottish capital. The contingent won 39 medals in all, 13 gold, 17 silver and 9 bronze. Boxing led the charge with a record 10 medals, including 7 golds, the most by any nation in the sport at a single Games. Para-athletes also shone, while weightlifting, judo and athletics added to the haul as well. The overall tally might appear to be a drop from India's 61 medal haul at the 2022 Birmingham Commonwealth Games. But there is more to it. India sent 210 athletes in 2022 with a medal success rate of 29%, compared to 31% of the 122-member contingent in Glasgow returning with medals. India finished 4th in the overall medal table. And that feat is even more impressive, given the fact that traditional sports like hockey, badminton and wrestling were not part of the program. These are sports that India has excelled at in the past. The Commonwealth Games in Glasgow was a scaled-down event with just 10 sports. The city stepped in after the Australian state of Victoria pulled out of hosting the event, citing economic concerns. That put the future of the Games itself at risk, before Glasgow came to the rescue in 2024. And given Scotland only had 2 years to prepare, they certainly put out an excellent show.
The last 11 days in Glasgow have been absolutely brilliant. There have been so many sports on and so many people here, and everybody's had a great time, and they've been really, really friendly and helpful.
The focus now shifts to the 2030 Games in Ahmedabad. The CWG baton is now officially in Indian hands. Glasgow handed over the flag and ceremonial baton to India during the closing ceremony. The 2030 edition carries extra weight. It marks the centenary of the Games first staged in Canada in 1930. While Glasgow was a scaled-down affair, that is certainly not going to be the case 4 years from now in Ahmedabad, where at least 15 to 17 sports are expected to be part of the program, including yoga and kabaddi. The Commonwealth Games in 2030 is seen as a major stepping stone for India in its bid to host the 2036 Olympics.
I am from Ahmedabad, India. I'm from the city which is going to host the Games next time around in 2030. What brings me here is actually I'm on a study trip to sort of see how Glasgow did it.
The main venue will be the Narendra Modi Stadium, with 74 Commonwealth nations expected to take part. 20 years after the Delhi Games, India will once again host the multi-sporting event. But this time, it seems there will be much more on the line.
That's all we have in our show, but before we go today, we leave you with the visuals of India's new drone hunters. Take a look at how Indian Air Force is preparing its helicopters for drone threats. I will see you next week.
The stress of our world can take a toll on our physical and emotional health. Here, in New York's Catskill Mountains, lies a luxurious place of healing called WION Wellness Center. The WION Wellness Center provides 500,000 square feet of natural methods to manage diabetes, hypertension, chronic pain, obesity, depression, anxiety, and other conditions. We use the traditions of centuries-old natural science from India, yoga, Ayurveda, acupuncture, and naturopathy in personalized programs that help you take charge of your own health. A minimum 5-day stay is recommended for best results. Book now at yo1.com.
Get the latest updates. Breaking news. Credible, clear, continuous. Experts across aisles. Diverse voices, one platform. WION World is one.
Know more, understand better, think ahead. Hello and a very warm welcome. You are watching Gravitas with me, Molly Gambhir. Get the facts, not the bombast. On the 26th of March, dynamic pricing, Baloch separatists, Gravitas cuts out the clutter. Gravitas keeps calm when others scream. Gravitas brings news to life. Weekdays, 9 p.m. IST, 3:30 p.m. GMT. Gravitas. Seeing is believing. In this rapidly changing world, is your health keeping pace? Best practices and breakthroughs busting the hype with real insights. The timeless power of yoga and ancient healing. Good food, good mood. Small steps, big impact. Your health matters. Only on WION World is One. Because nothing matters more.
In-depth coverage of global issues broken down into facts, figures, and simple words. Backed with analysis from field experts who truly matter. Because we believe in decoding the real picture for you. So you get a much wider and deeper understanding of stories from around the world. A 360-degree analysis. An award-winning documentary series, week after week creating the maximum impact. Watch WION Wide Angle at these times on WION World is One. From the bustling trading floors of Wall Street to the vibrant exchanges of Asian stock markets, WION breaks it down for you to make sense of what's happening. As we reveal the key factors behind events, strategic battles, and the game-changing business decisions that shape the world. We bring you all of this and more on World Business Watch.
WION, India's global voice, the channel that brings you the biggest stories from across the world through India's lens. Now available in more than 190 countries worldwide. Because we believe that the world is one. Watch us in Africa, Europe, USA and Canada, South America, Asia Pacific, Middle East and North African regions. Also available on these digital platforms across the world. WION. World is One.
Get the latest updates. Breaking news. Credible, clear, continuous. Experts across aisles. Diverse voices, one platform. WION World is One.
In this rapidly changing world, is your health keeping pace? Best practices and breakthroughs busting the hype with real insights. The timeless power of yoga and ancient healing. Good food, good mood. Small steps, big impact. Your health matters. Only on WION World is One. Because nothing matters more.
Hello, you're watching Race to Power, your primetime stop of the day's biggest political stories. I'm Shreya Upadhyay. With me is Erican Joka. Up ahead, we get you how Donald Trump has threatened jail to those who are telling the media about alleged weapons shortage in the US military. A reported clash with Pete Hegseth has the US president absolutely furious.
And apart from that, we also decode for you the latest rift within Bangladesh. Jamaat-e-Islami's Amir Shafiqul Rahman has accused the Tariq Rahman-led government of corruption. He also said